Hi, I'm Becka Noel. I'm a cosplayer from New York City in the United States. I've been cosplaying for around 8 years. I'm completely self-taught. I found cosplay by accident when my fiance brought me to New York Comic Con one year, and I saw all of the costumes and just fell in love. I'm very into fantasy and warrior armor type genre. I love Scandinavian design, so a lot of my cosplay leans toward that. I know I'm wearing Storm right now, but I'm actually more of a gaming nerd than comic book. But I just picked my cosplays based on characters that I love, whether that be their design or their personality. Pinkie Pie is one of my very favorite characters because she's this like peppy, perky little pony, and that's pretty much my personality, so I feel like really close to her that way. I have some other cosplays I've done just purely based on the fact that I loved their character design and wanted to recreate that. Well, as any cosplayer, actually, there's various challenges that come up. For me personally, the biggest challenge I have is that I tend to get really fixated on small details. Sometimes I forget to look at the bigger picture. So I might be working on something and totally get stuck on a bit of the bracer or pauldron, and it'll end up being a week before the convention starts, and I'll have to stay up all night to finish it. That's where my fiance comes in to help me, because he reminds me that, to look at the big thing and just focus on getting something done and moving on to the next step. I think that other cosplayers might face challenges similar to that, where they get stuck on something and then they can't move on to the next part, or they can't figure out how to make something and just don't know where to go. So a lot of the time I will head to YouTube and check up some videos and see how other people make things, or get inspiration somewhere just to get my gears flowing again. That often helps. My fiance is also a cosplayer. He started to cosplay after I did because he got tired of carrying around my bag at conventions. So he started to make his own costumes, and now we do it together, which is amazing because we can share it together and make things. I love it because we share a hobby that I fell in love with, and he loves it just as much, and so we don't have to do separate things. We can kind of work on things together and bounce off of each other. And although we do things differently a lot, we can still help each other and encourage each other. I loved FanCon. I'm not just saying that. I feel like an overwhelming sense of joy and just warmness because coming here all the way to South Africa, it was like really, really long flights, and we were exhausted when we got here, but we were immediately met with just genuine kindness and warmness from everybody here. So FanCon has really been a great experience. It's a smaller convention. We've been to tiny conventions and larger conventions, and the smaller ones always tend to be more intimate. You can talk to more people, and you can actually walk around comfortably. You don't have to like shimmy through the crowd. So this is a great size. It's really amazing. It's also really interesting because cosplay is just on this cusp where it's getting a little bit bigger here. It's similar to maybe 5 or 7 years ago in the States, where cosplay was, or even longer actually, maybe 10 years ago, when cosplay was just starting to get popular and bigger, and conventions started popping up everywhere, and now we have conventions every weekend of the year. There's even double conventions on the weekends, and it's just you can see the excitement here from people, and really they want all the new materials, and they want more international guests, which is amazing. And I think this is a really exciting time for cosplay. It's like a really cool thing to experience.